Hi, this is Meera Gandhi, and welcome to my 5-minute podcast called 3 Tips. In these short podcasts, I share 3 tips on all matters of life and just about every topic or situation imaginable. I like to walk the talk and will share my real life experiences as I give you 3 easy tips to shift closer to finding answers to things. Today, we will talk about 3 tips to make positive changes in our life. So what do we do to make positive changes in our life? Change is happening all the time, whether we know it or not. Change and impermanence are the only constant in the universe. So in order to make positive change, we have to know that our right actions and right kind of thinking make positive change. They take us in a direction that will have positive impact on our life. When I think of how positive and dynamic change happens, my thoughts go back to memories of my mother. Ellen Mary, Mom is a force of nature. We moved to Pune, India in 1969 to the Indian Institute of Armament Technology, right across from the National Defense Academy, NDA for short. My mother is a devout Catholic, and since there was no church at IIT, and the cathedral was in Pune, a town that was nearly 2 hours away from campus, we had to go across the lake to NDA to a small church on a hill. My mother rode a Vespa scooter in those days, with a very stylish Italian scarf flutter around her head and shoulders. We will have to get to Mass, so let's try, she told the 3 of us. The church is set high on a hill, across a lake, and we only have my Vespa scooter for the 4 of us, but let's try. Mom then put my sister Sunita, who was the youngest, she was 3 years old, standing right in front of the scooter. My brother and I sat on the back seat, holding on tightly. Crossing the lake over a narrow bridge was bad enough, but when we got to the village across the river, we had to go up a very high hill to get to the church on top. My mother would say, "Hold on, let's say a Hail Mary and get to the top." She geared up and sure enough, got us to the top of the hill each time. She did this for 3 years and in all kinds of weather. Not once did we doubt that Mom would not be able to get us there and back in one piece. She was driven by her positivity and her conviction of faith. This was important to her, so her positive attitude got us to church every Sunday, which in turn had the knock-on effect of building our positive outlook on life. Doing things to make positive change in our lives is essential and in our hands, and my mother gave us the earliest example of this when I was just 7 years old. This memory brings a huge smile to my face even now. My brother, sister, and I just love talking about this adventure, which we enjoyed together every single Sunday. So in conclusion, my 3 tips on making positive changes in our lives are: the first, make small changes. Start small, whether it's increasing physical activity, eating better foods, reducing stress, or just changing the things we're doing on a daily basis. The second, practice regularity. Stick with it. With regularity comes progress. The third, make positive change ideas with sincerity. With sincerity, the biggest, most positive changes are possible. Here's to you making the best positive changes for yourself in life. This is Meera Gandhi, and here are my 3 tips.